Eagles Mystery Movie Monday is officially over. By 11 or 11:30 this morning, it was already kind of hinted at that it was Jurassic World Rebirth. And that was correct. Now, when it comes to this, I will admit I was a little bit disappointed. I wanted it to be F1, so I guess I will wait to see that on Thursday. However, this movie did not disappoint in my perspective. From my perspective, there's a lot of good within this movie and very little bad. Now, if you are a big Jurassic Park or Jurassic World fan, you may find issues within it, and that's acceptable. But for a normal moviegoer like myself, I think this movie was done very well. Now, this movie is set 5 years post-Dominion, and the whole focus is dinosaurs and humans can no longer inhabit the same environment. Now, with this, you have a group that is going out for a science, for medicine research purpose, but then you also have another storyline with a family that gets kind of wrapped within it. Now, where I think this movie does a good job is telling the story. I think when you have these two different perspectives, it gives you an opportunity to sit back and understand what is about to happen. Now, early on, I will admit, I was a little worried because once you see the second storyline, really a secondary storyline introduced, I kind of thought that it was going to get lost in the shuffle. However, I think they did a great job of allowing that story to develop and really combining both of the stories together. But like I said, this story is really a focus on science and passion versus greed. Now, there is a lot of money to be made by going out to this island where the dinosaurs now inhabit. But the challenge is, are they going to be able to complete the mission? Obviously, like other Jurassic World and Jurassic Park films, there are challenges that will come about. Now, with this, let's go ahead and talk about the pros. I think this is a film that when you're looking at the pros, the number one thing that stands out is the visuals. The visuals within this movie are incredible. From the shots on the boat to being on the island, even leading up to this journey for this mission, the scenery is incredible. And I think that is one thing that other Jurassic World and Jurassic Park films do a great job of instituting within their film. I think another good aspect of this movie is the overall story. I think the storytelling and the way that it flowed made this movie very easy to follow. Yes, you have your primary and secondary stories, but the way that they're incorporated together gave audiences the opportunity to understand what is going on, but also not get bored. This movie is 2 hours long. And when you're looking at a movie this long, you need to have a story or a storyline that is going to keep audiences engaged the entire movie. I think a third thing that really stands out is the characters within both sets of the storyline. When you have a medical researcher that is showing his greed and they really start to pick up on it, but then you have Dr. Loomis, who is somebody that is passionate, that loves dinosaurs, loves paleontology, talks about becoming a fossil. That is what made this movie flow. I think I would be wrong if I did not mention that Scarlett Johansson playing these mysterious and mischievous characters, she has done an excellent job. From Fly Me to the Moon to this, her acting is incredible in movies like this. But I think one of the things that really stood out to me was the comedy that was instituted within the film. Throughout the dialogue, you found yourself laughing. You found yourself enjoying what you were saying. It didn't matter if you were a kid or an adult. You found yourself laughing and enjoying different parts of the movie. Now, for a Mystery Movie Monday, like I said, everybody kind of already knew what it was going to be. And this is the biggest Mystery Movie Monday that I can remember since 2023. this theater was pretty packed for 7 o'clock on a Monday night. And so if this is a sign of how this movie will be portrayed and the reviews that will be out, this movie is going to reach that $1 billion range that Jurassic World Dominion did. Now, if we had to look at a con, I think the only thing that I would kind of critique is the overall length. I feel like there are some scenes that could have been taken out, not entirely, but they could have been broken down or really just shortened from the specific dialogue or the action that you've seen. And so with that, you're kind of jumping around back and forth to the different storylines, but some of it felt like could have been cut out. Now, with a movie that is 2 hours, you're going to find yourself thinking, is it worth the watch? And honestly, this is a movie that, like I said, I wasn't wanting to be the Mystery Movie Monday, but it is a movie that I will see again. Jurassic World Rebirth for me is a 4.6 out of 5. This was an overall good movie. It was funny. It was enjoyable. The overall storyline made sense. And this is a standalone sequel, they say, of Jurassic World Dominion. So if this is the only version of this movie we get, that's fine. But I will say I feel like there could be more to this specific story, and I kind of hope there is. So for me, Jurassic World Rebirth is a 4.6 out of 5. This is a movie that I highly recommend when it comes out next week. So if you saw it on Mystery Movie Monday, you were one of the lucky ones. If you did not get a chance, go see it when it is out. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the continued support. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Go see this when it is released, and I will talk to you all later.